Hi everybody and welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig and today I'm excited to bring you from our friends at Hunkydory Crafts the Forever Florals Hydrangea collection. It was really fun to play with. It's a very comprehensive collection. It's got lots of things to play with and my friend Debbie and I had a great time. We can't wait to show you what we made, so come play with us. So I wanted to get right in and show you what's in this great collection. The first part, of course, is the luxury topper collection. Hunkydory is always great about giving you full color examples of cards, so it kind of inspires you right off the bat. And then in this collection are 102 foiled die cuts. They come in all different kinds of shapes. They have beautiful gold foiling all around them. And then you get 8 sheets of printed cardstock, like this. And then 8 sheets of printed cardstock with, the gold foiling. Here we go. As you can see, it's got a little shimmer there on the hydrangea. So lots of different shapes, labels, ovals, circles, rectangles, and lots of fun card making die cuts there. And you also get printed insert paper. And this is great if you want to line the inside of your cards. For example, this would be folded, and then you would put this in the inside of your card, and then you could put one of the cutting die cuts there, or you could, use that to write on. It's also got beautiful printed parchment. Gorgeous, as you can see, with all the hydrangeas on it. Several different sheets there. And then there's this Moonstone combo cutting die and stamp. So you've got the hydrangea stamp and also the coordinating cutting dies, which is wonderful. And Debbie made a beautiful card that I can't wait to show you what she did with those. And it's got this adorable little book. This is a 6x6 book. No, it's not even a 6x6. It's a 4x4 little tiny book. There's 150 pages, so there's 25 different designs and then 6 each of those, okay? And I've used some of the goodies out of this one, but it's got all these wonderful little pages in here. It's also got some greetings and some little cutout borders and things like that. So lots there to keep it going. And then it's also got this wonderful stack of Matastic cardstock that coordinates with all the colors, everything else. Beautiful. These make great for matting or also just making your card bases out of if you want to make a different size card. All right, so let's get right to this. I'm going to show you this gorgeous card that Debbie made. So using one of the foiled cardstock sheets, she made her card base. So it's like this, okay? And she used her great retractable craft knife and cut around just the hydrangea up to the border and then the leaf up to the border. Okay, and then before that though, she scored right here the center of the card and also along the border so that when you fold it, makes a great Z-fold. When you fold it like this, everything overlaps. She then took some foam tape and put the oval die cuts there. And then there's an inner oval that's right here, another gold one. She used that as well right here for the back of the card and used foam tape and some little bits of metallic gold ribbon too. So it's beautiful. It opens in a sort of a non-traditional way. We're used to our cards to having the fold on the left. So I love that it opens like this. So beautiful. Here is a card that I did using some of this beautiful parchment. And there's a little bit of a trick to tearing parchment. I love the look of torn parchment, and I wanted to show you a couple of different ways to do that if you're new to that. All right, and it's also using that little book with all these great little pages. So this is just one page. And then of course I matted it with some of the Matastic cardstock. My card base is made out of cardstock. I should measure this for you really quick. So that is a 5 3/4 inch card, okay? And to tear, sometimes you want a really chunky tear. I like the chunky tear. I want to show that it's torn. So if you use a ruler though, and you tear along the ruler edge, you're going to get a torn edge, but it's going to be very fine and very detailed. You can almost, you can feel the texture of the tear, but it's hard to tell that it's really torn, so you don't get that full impact. But if you tear this, you will get that real chunky edge. All right. Now, if I tore this way, I get a different tear. It's almost like going with the grain as opposed to going against the grain. So you see the very different sort of tears there. All right, you can also fold it. And if you crease that a lot and then you tear it, it'll give you sort of a ditch to tear on, and it gives you a really nice straight line, but it's almost like tearing against that ruler edge. Excuse me, and it's a very different torn edge. So all great for card making though. Go. Now on the inside of my card, I used one of the paper liners. So I cut it down to the size of my card and folded that. And then I just glued it the liner in, I just glued it right along that fold there. So I could have just left these paper liners just open like this, but I wanted to secure them because I don't know, when I'm opening it, I didn't want people to open to this blank piece accidentally, so they opened to this piece here. And then you've got me a little label frame there, and I just foam taped one of the extra little die cuts from there. And I thought that was really cute. It took just a few minutes really to make that card. Okay, here's this one that Debbie made that is just gorgeous. She did this using the combo stamp and die set. Turn that over. And how she did this was she started off by stamping the large bouquet, right? And then you want to stamp, excuse me. Then she went ahead and she cut from the parchment, I should mention. All these are cut from the purple parchment. There we go. Here's all these little blossoms. Right, so they're not stamped first because there's not an individual blossom stamp, but she did die cut them all. And then she just took and she inked all the little pieces there. And where's my ink pad? Here we go. So she inked them purple and blue using the, no, I made a mistake. I did have them here. I got all freaked out. She used the Midnight. This is Harmony Water Reactive. She didn't use it for the water reactive properties, but she did like the color of the Midnight. And this is the Damson Wine. And this is the Plum Jam. All right, so what she did was took her little blender brush. I'm gonna start off with the Damson Wine and just did a little bit of inking on the edges, just like that. Okay, and then we've got our little tools and our foam block, and these are the ball shaping tools from Crafter's Companion, and they go from giant to the smaller one. We're going to use the smallest one. You're just going to push that right in the center to sort of cup that. Got kind of a cup shape to it. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to use some of our glue, the Cosmic Shimmer Specialist acrylic glue that we love. And how this works is you just want to put a dot on that parchment, and then you're going to be placing all of your little cupped pieces. So I'm going to move this along a little bit and not cup every one of them. Okay, and another little dot of glue. And as you can see, you just kind of keep placing those. Whoops, got one clear off the thing. There we go. And you're just going to be clustering them and putting them right over that stamped image there. And then, of course, she die cut her leaves and inked those green. All right, beautiful card. Love that. All right, and so the last card I've got here for you is another card Debbie did, and this is an easel card. So she made the, the base out of cardstock and everything. So here's a sheet. Now this sheet, I believe we used, oops, gotta cover up my ink pad here. This is 12 by 12 pastel cardstock. So this is not part of the excuse me, the Matte-tastic. This is cardstock from Pearlescent cardstock, 12 by 12. And what she did was she went ahead and scored this at the 6-inch mark and the 3-inch mark. And to score that, just use, if you don't have like a scoring board at home, a bone folder, a ruler, and then I like to use just something kind of that has a little bit of give to it. And just put that right at that 6-inch mark and just do that. And then again at the 3-inch mark, go. And that's going to give you what you need to fold. See those? There we go. All right, so folding here. All right, and then also folding at that 3-inch mark. So this is how your easel is going to work. I didn't align my edges very well there. There we go. So when she made her easel, you're going to take your topper. Okay, so this is the same size. This is also 6 inches. And you're going to glue that just to the bottom of the fold, of that 3-inch fold. And the reason we're doing that is because we want to leave the top part free to open and close. That, right? And then we've got this piece right here, and then she did her purple and then her torn cardstock right there. And then this is the topper that's on the top of the parchment, rather, right there. And you could just go ahead and glue one of the sheets from the little book right there. Debbie did some cool like tearing here and some layering, and she used some gold border, thin line border dazzles there, and even some little sparklet jewels right there. There's a lot of layering with the borders and things going on. And then of course on the inside, you need to have something foam taped right there, a little bit of dimension so that it props up like that. There we go. So great cards, lots to make. Here we go. Let me gather some of these together. So we've got a great money saver on this, you guys. Definitely encourage you to check that out. It is, if you're watching us on our Webisode page, it's just to the right of the video. And you click on that and it'll take you to the money saver. And if you're watching us on YouTube, then just look below the video in the description box. And there's a link to the money saver as well as paperwishes.com, where you can find lots more kits and card making supplies and scrapbooking and all kinds of fun things to play with. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.